unstoppable, losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do.
We are about 10 miles or so southwest. SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Los. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they wasted no time taking a shot down the field. He was letting it fly in the very first play from scrimmage. And this was excellent coverage down there. And they'll come away with an early takeaway. And I mean an early takeaway.
On first and 10, it's Hurts. It's caught by Sanders. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Play action. Here's Hurts. On the move to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. Fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. Rolling to his left. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as this defense cannot come up with a play that they need. In fact, they surrender a big chunk. 17 yards there on foot. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Chargers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. Their move is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Up the middle with Eckler. Well, crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for 4th down. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Hurts sets up to throw it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Eagles! Grant Calcaterra Montero. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are on the board first here this afternoon. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip.
Makes the score Eagles 7, Chargers nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Charger drive about to get going.
At their own 13-yard line.
On first down, Justin Herbert. He'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Back to throw here, Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. It's Eckler again. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know flashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game, and I love the game.
Herbert has it knocked free. And it's picked up by the Eagles. There he goes, left side. Past the 20. And he is not quite going to make it all the way.
I know many talk about the kick return as maybe the most exciting play in football. But any type of a return where it's a change of possession, where the defense gets the ball, that's exciting too. But it's not just an accident. Once they get the football, they've worked on finding people to block, creating running lanes for the guy with the ball, and protecting him. And this one was a long run.
Absolutely, they did all of that and more. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 14-0.
Eagles 14, Chargers nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. DeAndre Carter returning it. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work, get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A handoff. It's Eckler. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Herbert now. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 30. On the give, this is Eckler. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Here's 2nd and 9. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
A loss of 2 on the play. It's 3rd down and goal to go.
Here's Herbert. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3.
It's 4th and goal.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And this one is right through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put...
Taking it right down Broadway. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and just not quite enough gas in the tank. Down to the 4-yard line, but still a sensational effort.
All praises for a tremendous return, but how about the guys that never gave up on the play, refused to let him get into the end zone, and tracked him down before he got there and made the tackle? A lot of pride exhibited by guys on special teams.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Grant Calcaterra as time expires in the first half. And the Eagles will extend their lead on the final play of the half. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They show great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they get to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
So we've hit intermission. And it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with You and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'm guaranteeing he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. They go play action with Hurts. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. Touchdown! Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goedert as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it. Pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for two here, he says. Hurts will throw. And it's incomplete.
I know we can sit up here and dance around it a little bit. But going for two in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, It's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Charger drive about to get going. But we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kaiser White. And the Eagles are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. But to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 28-yard line.
On 2nd and 2, Hurts. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Pass complete. Now race for the marker. He'll get it inside the 20. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Elliott now to add the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Now Minshew has it knocked out. Fumble. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Charger drive about to get going. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
At the 42-yard line.
Now it's Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he's able to get this one out. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Herbert back to the air. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Carter. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Herbert. Allen's got it complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants him.
Touchdown, Chargers. Josh Palmer, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Chargers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. And they'll accept that penalty. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. On first down, Hurts. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Pascal, 44 yards. And the Eagles have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's incomplete, but a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples, but I always love on these offsides.
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
On the fake extra point. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they top 30. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a toss, running left, Eckler. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 13-yard line. Eckler now between the tackles. And he's brought down. 52 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. Herbert. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Eckler, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. And it's caught. And he's across for the touchdown. 2 minutes away. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
That one looks like he'll throw here. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Derwin James with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, he's got to have that wrong, doesn't he? They declined that.
There's no doubt about it. Sorry to step on you there, partner, but let's go ahead and run this one together, right? Incomplete pass, yet they call pass interference, and somehow you're going to...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 45 yards. And the Chargers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. They'll look to throw. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts As the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's Brett Kern now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
Herbert going to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Herbert. This is caught, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Well, they knew a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step 1, the touchdown. You need a 2-point conversion here, don't you?
You do, and as you continue to look ahead, if you're able to get that, somehow get the ball back and get another score, they have to go for 2 again. That's why teams are practicing multiple 2-point plays.
We saw that Super Bowl 51 with the Patriots getting a pair of big 2-point conversions. And the Eagles are going to recover. And that might be enough to put a bow on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the